The worst excuses in my 600-pound life.
From claiming God will help them to lose weight to blaming the scales for being wrong. There have been some awful excuses for gaining weight in my 600-pound life, and honestly, the excuses just get worse as the video goes on. And we start with Lee from season 6, who claimed he was eating so much food to avoid being malnourished.
You're nourished. You're overly nourished, my boy. What are you talking about? If you want to feel malnourished, let's try not eating, all right? And then once you are malnourished, then let's start eating again. Oh my goodness. Is this the first my 600-pound couple? Yo, kudos to their bed for being able to uphold them both. That's crazy work right there.
Lee and Renee came onto the show as a couple in season 6, and while Renee wanted to change, we start to get the feeling that Lee is more interested in telling us why he can't lose weight rather than actually trying, which comes at the cost of his wife's well-being.
And I hate what I'm doing to Renee. Ugh. Oh, my back. But the only times I can get up, I have to have help. Sorry. So,
Dude, his stomach is literally built like a patty, bro. Like, you could just grab him. Wow. Honestly speaking, when do y'all think he got this tattoo? And I'm not trying to troll. Do you have to pay your tattoo artist extra to make a tattoo this big?
if it wasn't for my girlfriend, I wouldn't be living right now. I know. But it is more important for me to be clean than to worry about somebody helping me.
I miss the bro every day. And some days I just want to give up.
The worst part about their situation is that Renee has also gained so much weight that she can no longer cook for the couple, with Lee's sister coming in to help cook massive meals for them both. Lee,
Like, what are you doing? That's like feeding a drug addict drugs when you know, like, they're on the brink of, like, leaving the earth. Like, if you're gonna eat, I'm getting you some salad. I can't sit here seeing you being 800 pounds and then give you a cinnamon roll. Like, I feel like you gotta get a murder charge. New rule. If you're enabling my 600-pound characters to eat more food, you should get a murder charge if they do pass away.
he even says that his sister doesn't want to do this, but has no choice.
I wake up in the morning, can't wait for breakfast. Really, I just can't wait till the next meal because I've got to have something to eat constantly. And I know Casey doesn't want us to eat like we do, but she also knows if she doesn't make what we want, then we're really going to get upset.
I'm not sure what
And what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna, like, start pouncing? Are you just gonna go up and down, cause a mini earthquake? What can you do about it? Not to mention, they're both obviously an obese couple, right? Who's making the bread? And if they are making bread, no pun intended, is it at home?
sort of consequences his sister would face, but it's disgusting that Lee would talk that way about the only person willing to help them. Despite their addiction, they do decide to go and meet Dr. Now, where the consequences of their massive eating addiction is shown, with Renee weighing 549 pounds and Lee sitting at a staggering 714 pounds.
Renee, you're diabetic?
All trolls aside, do y'all think you could even reach that weight if you tried? If I made it my life's mission, yo, solid, keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. I don't think I could. Then again, of course, metabolism is playing into it, but there's no way.
And you're taking enormous amount of insulin.
Yes.
The same seems to be the case for Lee too. And I see you're on oxygen. So you're no longer able to breathe on your own because of your weight. And Lee, you have high blood pressure, you have sleep apnea, you
Gang, they have a whole grocery list of things that are wrong with you. Bro, they're naming things off.
have gout, you have acid reflux, high cholesterol, depression. There's no way your body is going to
Really think about it. He's gained so much weight that a part of that weight is depression. Bro unlocked a weight class so heavy that he unlocked depression.
be able to sustain your weight for much longer at all.
Despite Dr. Now listing off these health issues and Lee literally struggling to roll out of bed in the beginning of the episode, Lee describes himself in an honestly hilarious way.
And Lee, you're almost completely immobile now. Are you able to stand up at all?
I'm pretty active. I can walk 20, 30 feet with these canes pretty good.
If you think that's pretty
Yeah, I can go from my bedroom to the door. 20 to 30 feet is nothing, bro. You were taking 5 steps before you collapse.
active, then you're a little delusional about that.
Lee and Renee do agree to stick to a 1,200 calorie diet no matter what, and they do appear to grasp the seriousness of the situation.
YouTube, I just wanted to let it be known, there's nothing wrong with being big. Just make sure you have healthy habits, okay?
With them both stating that they are going to fight for their lives. And, in all honesty, they seem like they were actually doing really well. They were playing active video games together and doing small exercises at the same time, and it actually looked like
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Big people exercises are the funniest thing ever. And I'm glad they're doing it, but they've got so overweight and obese that them going like this, that's exercise. That's equivalent to us like bench pressing or like actually doing cardio. Shout out to them though for actually trying.
They were going to achieve their goals for the first couple of months. There have been a few hiccups along the way, with Lee admitting that to the cameras.
The food has been a little hard to steal, and we've caved a few times because the portion sizes on the doctor's plan are just really small. So I'm still really hungry when I finish my meal.
Despite this, they do successfully lose weight, with Lee losing 100 pounds in 3 months.
Good.
And Renee losing 50 pounds in the same
Amazing, amazing. Yo, bro, nothing makes me happier than seeing people's weight loss, bro. Shout out to everyone that loses weight and makes sure that they're eating healthy. I feel like that is a big accomplishment because I know how much cardio sucks. And then, you know, changing your lifestyle. Shout out to anyone that loses their weight. Proud of you.
frame. And this trend continues throughout the months, with the couple eventually being approved for weight loss surgery. However, just as they get approved, Renee gets diagnosed with pneumonia in her lungs.
You do have a pneumonia in the right lung, so we need to send you to the hospital.
Which means that she can't get surgery, but Lee did. It seems like Lee felt the surgery meant he was just going to lose weight magically without needing to try, and started to fall back into his old habits and even started to show his nasty side.
Now that Lee's had surgery, it's like he stopped trying to stick to the diet.
You getting surgery is not, oh, thank you for taking 300 pounds off my fat. That means I got 200 more pounds to gain. That's not what it means, bro. It means continue your healthy habit and, you know, become skinnier and actually eat healthy. I kind of feel bad for him though, bro. That gotta be the worst time to figure out your wife has like pneumonia on her lungs. Ah, that sucks. Like, I feel like it would have been much easier for him to lose weight if he found him and his girl going through that same process.
And that's worrying me. I can't figure out why he's doing this now. And his temper has been coming back when he's craving something.
I know Renee hasn't been too happy when I make poor food choices, but now that I had the surgery, I thought it would take away all the cravings for the
Bro, 3 bottles of ranch, though. What meal consists of 3 bottles of ranch? Bro, if you're gonna be obese, just get good eats. If you were actually eating food like, I don't know, some nice ass lasagna, some good looking cheeseburgers, maybe like, you know, some wings, I would have been like, you know what? I don't advocate for this, but at least he's going out like a champ. You are putting 3 bottles of ranch in a turkey slice salad. Please don't tell me you're the type of person you'll see 10 pounds of chicken and 3 slabs of lettuce and call that a salad and drench it in ranch. That is not a salad, bro.
food that I shouldn't eat, but it hasn't.
Like, it's not a salad, bro. Stop. You putting 5 sausages on a salad, drenching that shit with ranch, and then sprinkling some lettuce and calling it a salad. That's not a salad, bro.
So I need her to let up a little and to get off my back because this isn't easy.
Really start doing the best we can and
I
not just
know.
say that.
These poor food choices show when Lee records a weight loss of just 9 pounds despite having the weight loss surgery, and this leads to one of the most embarrassing and enraging
Okay, but he's losing weight, though. Yes, it's going at a slow pace, but he's losing it.
Doctor Now meetings with any patient.
Surviving, huh? So is that why you missed your last appointment? Okay. You just had your bypass about 2 months ago. And when you left the hospital, you were down to 546. So you lost only 9 pounds since then. But Renee has lost almost 50 pounds at the same time. And she hasn't even had her bypass yet. What in
She has pneumonia, though.
the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating the wrong things.
You think it's funny? You have a gastric bypass
I had a gastric bypass,
to
yes,
lose weight.
to lose weight.
And you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate
just
before I
answer
had
the
that
question,
surgery.
okay? Then
You're
we're not
asking
talking
me-
about...
Doctor, I don't eat a third of what I used to eat. Yeah, because what you were eating before was 10 buffets, and that was just in breakfast. So even if you eat a third of everything you used to eat, that's still a lot.
Questions that I don't understand no more than you understand.
What are you talking about? You're choosing to eat and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
So what is going on?
I guess I'm not eating the right things. I mean,
We gave you the instruction that you need to follow, and you're not
Yeah.
following.
Where do y'all think they place the fat afterwards? Do they just like vacuum them? Do they like burn it? Like, how do they discard of people's fat?
You play your cards right until you got the surgery. And now you're playing this kind of game and you think that's okay? How in the
I
world
don't see how
somebody...
I'm playing any game. I throw up constantly.
Dr. Now's anger really shows through and seems to catch Lee off guard as he starts babbling excuses which we've all heard before.
My problem is I'm holding a lot of fluid. I can't hardly pee.
Really?
I mean, I don't know what, I mean, you,
And this is where we get one of the worst excuses of them all.
I don't want to get malnourished either.
Do you look like you're malnourished?
Bro, he's too stunned to speak. That has to be one of the most clever comebacks I have ever heard in my life. He doesn't even know what to say. Do you look like you're malnourished? After that, I'm gonna go on the craziest weight loss journey ever.
You're overeating, and whatever you're overeating, you're throwing up.
Yeah, the 550-pound man just said that he was scared about being malnourished and was quite rightly put down by Dr. Now. Lee continued to lie, complain and more, which led to him storming out the doctor's office and actually pushing the man saving his life out the way. His delusion places him firmly first on our list. And Janine Mueller from season 6 also had a similar excuse, but it was too ridiculous not to feature in the video. Janine Mueller truly lives a pretty tragic life. She is a former plus-size model who now unfortunately lives alone with her cat.
She ain't even plus size no more. You gotta drop the addition. No, now she in the multiplication. She a multiplication model, gang. I don't know if H&M got this size, whatever this is.
Using her mobility scooter to get around inside her own apartment.
I will say this, plus size models are very attractive.
But it gets even worse, as Janine knows how hopeless her situation is.
And now I live alone, and I spend just about every moment of every day either eating or getting food. I don't have anyone to help me, and people don't come to see me very much, so I have to fend for myself, but I can only go the distance my scooter can take me. So I don't go far. And it's embarrassing because I know everyone's looking at me and probably making comments. I just feel like I'm a freak show, basically, I guess.
So what are you gonna do if your like scooter dies midway? That's actually a scary thought because you're gonna have to hope somebody with like a truck, or I mean if she could fit in a car better, like comes and actually helps you.
Janine usually eats fast food because it's quick and easy, like most people do, and she's suffering the negative effects because of it.
I will say this, even if you're skinny, that doesn't give you an excuse to eat fast food because I promise you, bro, as someone who's growing older, you're gonna start to feel the effects of eating that much processed food. Because I promise you, even if you're skinny, you're killing your body. Real shit, I'm not even trolling. Start eating healthy. Even if, you know, you're fit, whatever, just eat healthy. It's gonna benefit you in the long run, especially if you wanna live a long, healthy life. Just eat real good food.
Now, back to Janine, she finally realized how dire her situation was and decided to go to Houston to meet Dr. Now, which requires a plane flight which she's incredibly nervous about, and members of the public don't make it any easier for her.
I can do this. I can handle lots of people.
Oh, you're gonna run into me?
No, I'm trying to see this man, please.
Well, if you could have held on a minute, you... Move on. Let's move on, please.
Why are you that rude? Obviously, she's not gonna run into you. Ugh, what's wrong with you?
How can I help you today?
Is this your boyfriend?
And this confrontation was just a start, as just before she gets on the plane, she actually has a panic attack and requires a team of 7 people just to get her on the plane. She does eventually make it through to the doctor's office and finds out she can't even wait.
Do y'all think some people were genuinely scared on the plane? Like, oh my god, there's turbulence. Why is there turbulence? And then they all just looked to her. There had to be someone on the plane that was scared, right?
Herself because she's so big.
I can't.
Jen, just step up.
It's too narrow. Oh, God.
It's okay, Jen.
I feel like you could tell when someone is genuinely trying, and I feel like she is, bro. I know we make a lot of jokes here and there, given their situation. YouTube, I just want to say I have compassion for everyone here, and I hope they all live healthy lives.
Now, she does eventually get onto the scales at 678 pounds, which is a monumental weight for her 5'3" frame, and Dr. Now puts her on a strict diet with the goal of getting out of her scooter and being able to walk around. Now, due to a severe infection on her leg, Janine does end up in hospital, which should make her diet easier to follow, as she's more restricted on what she can and can't eat. However, the opposite seems to happen, as Janine refuses to attempt to walk around, and as Dr. Now puts it, gives a litany of excuses as to why she can't, with the worst one being the excuse.
It's insane that that's their exercise. Bro, we just want you to walk. We just want you to touch the grass. Oh, hell nah. Imagine your only assignment being to walk around and you're like, no.
Which has put her on this list.
Her health is in a better place, but she had every excuse in the book to fight us about her diet and getting up and out of her bed. And some of the things she says sound delusional. The biggest one being that she believes she is bulimic. Bulimia is a serious condition, but not one she is even close to having.
The super morbidly obese woman who has a clear addiction to food believes she actually does not want to eat.
What do you mean that is a problem? That's not a problem if you don't want to eat. If that's the case, it's an excellent problem. But that's simply not true. You would have lost a lot more weight.
Wait, she says she's bulimic? Oh, that she throws up after eating? He said that would have been a good problem to deal with. That's how you know you're in a bad state. If the doctor is welcoming you doing something that could be seen as dangerous.
If I don't want to eat them, it's not a problem.
Janine, you're 54 years and you're 500 plus pounds.
I know.
And you think you're not want to eating is a problem? You keep saying you're bulimic, you keep saying you don't want to eat. So you need to give up the act or work through these issues now.
I'm also thinking if she's bulimic, she's not getting up to the bathroom to wash herself. Imagine her caretaker going to her and seeing, I don't know if she projectile vomits or she like puts it in a bag. Cleaning up someone's vomit has to be one of the nastiest things to do.
Are you gonna be able to start doing exercise at home?
Yes.
Despite her insistence that she is bulimic, it's great to see Dr. Now immediately shut it down, as it clearly isn't true. It is, however, one of the most delusional excuses, but there is so much worse to come. And next we look at Shauna, whose excuse will annoy you even more than Janine's. Shauna from season 8 has been called the most childish star to ever appear in My 600 Pound Life. And once you see her excuse, it's easy to see why. Shauna Collins is just 22 years old and weighs in at over 600 pounds, living in Kansas City. She complains that she can barely walk and struggles to look after herself, even comparing herself to a monster.
They don't even seem human anymore. None of me does. So I don't even want to look at myself at all anymore, because I'm embarrassed at what I've done to myself in my life.
And from the way she talked about herself, you can tell she genuinely hates being in her body, and that her food addiction has completely taken over and
Okay, but that looks good though.
And destroyed her self-image. She even has a carer that gets paid for by her mother to make her meals, and when she asks for meals, he doesn't push back on her portions and just immediately gets her what she wants.
Can you give me some burritos?
How are you gonna get paid to do a certain task and literally do the opposite?
And hash browns?
Okay. How many do you want?
4.
Okay.
4 burritos and
4 burritos and what?
6 hash browns.
Notice how he didn't have a single reaction to his face. No enlarged eyes, no like eyebrow, like question mark. This man needs to go to jail if anything happens to her.
When her carer leaves, she is still hungry and orders a takeaway pizza.
Can I please have a large stuffed crust pepperoni pizza? The cinnamon bites thing, and that's all. Thank you.
Eventually, she does go to meet Dr. Now, which is where her immaturity and her real lack of willpower shines through, as she struggles to stick to his diet plan, and gives one of the worst excuses in the series for why she can't. After weighing in at over 650 pounds,
Damn.
Dr. Now questions whether or not she's tried to lose weight before and how she got to this size.
Have you been heavy all your life?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you tried to lose weight at any point in your
Do y'all think when they film these things, like the production crew is like, are you sure you gonna eat that? Yo, come on, bro. Like, I don't want to see you like this. Like I'm hoping somebody in the crew is like being real and saying, don't do that. Now they probably enable them too, right? Like, oh, no. Order another batch. And we're trying to get good film.
life?
Yeah, but I just don't stay on the diets usually, honestly.
Why?
Like I eat too much or I eat too little.
I don't think eating too little is the problem, but
So Dr. Now asks Shauna to lose 80 pounds over the next 2 months, but in reality she should lose 150. So he puts her on a 1,200 calorie diet, gives her a plan and sends her on her way. However, she hits a bit of a snag, as she loses the papers and diet plan that Dr. Now gave her to lose weight.
I've asked Ericus to try and get me healthier meals and help me figure out a better diet, as I lost the papers Dr. Now gave me with his diet and exercise.
So let me get this straight. You could call Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut for a 12-item order. You're not gonna forget the pretzel bites. You're not gonna forget the Parmesan bites. You're not gonna forget the wings or the cheese sticks. You don't wanna call Dr. Now? You don't wanna call the doctor and ask him, yo, bro, can you send me like an email of everything that I was supposed to do? None of that. You know, this gotta be the worst excuse I've seen.
On them. I'm not sure how, but I think they left them in a hotel on the way back home. And I've been scared to tell my mom or call Dr. Now and ask him for another one.
So instead of calling Dr. Now like any normal person would and just ask for another set, she just assumes her carer will make her healthy meals. Now, if Shauna had just signed up to the Fat Loss Kitchen, she wouldn't have been worried about losing her recipe.
You know what? Hey, I respect the grind, bro, but that might come off as a little insensitive. Yeah, we know now her ass like 900 pounds, built like Snorlax, but, you know, if she signed up to my course, she would have been good. Do you really think she would have, bro?
Recipes, but she didn't, and with not having her recipes, she did attempt to eat clean, and eventually rang Dr. Now to tell him that she lost the recipes. And obviously, he wasn't too pleased about it.
So what's going on? You doing your diet and everything you need?
I'm doing my diet, I think. But, when I was coming back home, I lost the, papers you gave me.
So you lost the paper and you didn't call us to get another copy?
I was scared you would get mad at me if I called back and said...
No! That bullshit ass excuse. He would be happy to give you another one. If anything, that goes to show that you're actually willing to lose the weight. She just don't care. She doesn't care.
Why should we get mad at you because you lost something?
I don't know. I just thought you'd get mad.
Well, if you didn't have the diet, then you didn't know what to do. So I'm guessing you wasted 2 months of time. You could have been making progress. Is that the case?
I don't think so. I've still been trying.
You know, you come and see us to get help. They give you the first step of that help, and you not only don't seem to care enough to keep track of it, but you don't try to get another one from us. So you don't seem very motivated to do this. So tell me, what is your plan? What is your idea?
He wasn't mad that she lost the sheets, but more mad because she didn't bother to try and get a new one. So Dr. Now gave her another booklet and expected her to lose some weight for their next meeting in a few months' time. But her efforts to lose weight clearly haven't been working, as we should have expected, as she weighs in at pretty much the exact same weight as when she started the program.
Hold on, that is 1 whole pound. A pound is a lot, bro.
And gives a pretty sorry excuse.
And you have lost any weight.
Is that an iced out Dr. Thingamajiggy? Dr. Now, this what you doing with the money?
What's going on?
I didn't read the booklet because I lost it again.
You telling me you lost it again?
Yes, yeah.
The second time?
Yeah.
You lost the email too?
Yeah.
So why didn't you call me again and ask for it?
I was afraid you'd be mad at me.
No, I wouldn't get mad at you then, but I get mad at you now.
Shauna says she lost the booklet again, and even lost the email that Dr. Now sent with what to eat, so she couldn't read the booklet. At this point, it's enraging to see how little she cares that she's wasting everyone's time, and you'd think that after doing it a second time, she'd get her act together, but that wouldn't be the case. On a phone call with Dr. Now, after receiving her 3rd diet booklet, she admits she still hasn't read it, because she's put it in a box with stuff to move down to Houston with, a move which hasn't materialized in over a month. But after a wake-up call by Dr. Now on her phone call, she does eventually move to Houston to be closer to the doctor, and we are now in month 10, with Shauna looking pretty much the exact same since the start of her episode. Her recent weight gain proves she hasn't really been making any changes, and at this point, I'm sure you can guess what her next excuse will be.
I found some more different ways to... I found some mixtures of food that I like from your diet, you know?
When you see a diet, you're supposed to follow the instructions to make that one specific dish. You're not supposed to be combining dishes because you're not losing weight. You're just gaining everything that you're supposed to eat individually and combining it and then consuming it.
Like, tuna wrapped in lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Well, I'm sure it is, but the issue is that's not the only kind of food you've been eating the past 2 months, because you gained. So do you feel psychotherapy help you at all?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah.
Then why do you think you...
I'm sorry, why does he have an iced out stethoscope? This is probably the most random thing that I've ever seen today.
Did worse this time than last time?
I don't know.
Do you still have the diet, or did you lose it again?
Honestly, I lost it again.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
So we need to give you another copy?
Could you?
We give you another copy and read it?
Yes, sir.
At this point, I doubt that, because this will be the 4th copy we are giving you. What about your exercises? So you need another copy of those too?
Yes, sir.
Shauna lost a grand total of 4 copies, not including the emails of her diet plan.
You can't use that as an excuse to not be losing weight. Oh, doctor, I just keep losing the paper. What about you lose some weight? Let's lose that instead.
I would start to question whether she was actually losing them or just choosing to lose them. But one thing's for certain, she isn't losing any weight anytime soon. Which is the exact same for Penny, whose excuse is even more ridiculous than Shauna's. Now, my subscribers will all know about Penny, as I recently crowned her as the laziest star ever on my 600-pound life, after she was dragged out of her house and made zero effort on her way.
Do you know how insane being crowned the laziest person of a group of people that are just mostly lazy?
Weight loss journey, giving some of the most embarrassing excuses along the way. Penny's life consisted of lying in her own bed, pretending to be a good mother, while ordering her pushover husband to do everything for her.
This is my bed. This is my bathroom. This is my dinner table.
Dude, how does a body form like that? Like, you're stiff in areas. Like, it's not just a blubber. It's like you get like contracted places in your body that just has a lot of fat, and they just stack on top of each other.
I don't feel good. I might as well be a prisoner in jail.
This has allowed her to balloon up to over 530 pounds and be completely bedridden, and she sought the help of Dr. Now, but her attitude throughout her process didn't really tell us that she was going to take this seriously, and even the doctor noticed that.
Penny got a lot of issues. Some of them are real, some of them are imaginary. She seems like she played a role of being a victim and encouraging family to be enabler. And this dynamic is very...
Dude, your wife is in a hospital bed and you giving her some soda. That's like seeing a cancer patient and then just giving them a cigarette stick. Do you not feel any type of way?
difficult to break.
But Penny did actually qualify for weight loss surgery after successfully losing 40 pounds, which is surprising considering her attitude throughout the process. But her positive attitude doesn't really last too long.
What is it?
Bariatric soft diet, 1,200 calories.
Why am I on a soft diet?
That's the orders that he...
Well, he needs to get his poop in a...
Yeah, bro. She's on a soft diet. She be drinking soft drinks.
Ross, I'm gonna order something. This is so stupid.
Penny telling Dr. Now to essentially get his shit together is honestly disgusting. He and his team have worked hard to give Penny a second chance at life, and saying her attitude is just awful. And unfortunately, it just gets worse, as she says one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard in a weight loss show. And that might sound harsh, but it's honestly unbelievable what she says.
I gotta find out why my diet is this diet. No one told me I had to lose weight when I got here.
So she is...
You need to be told to lose weight? Like, that's not inherently obvious? What do you think is gonna happen? They're just gonna suck your weight off and then boom, now you can get back to eating as much as you want? If you don't change mentally, you'll never change physically.
Isn't really making any progress and is convincing herself that she is disabled permanently, which isn't the only delusion she shows. She believes she knows a better diet than Dr. Now.
You really don't need someone telling you right after surgery what you can and can't do. I can pretty much look at food and calculate exactly what the calories are. I know the percent.
Yo, is that like some sort of ability you unlock once you reach a certain amount of weight? You know how much food you have to consume for you to estimate the amount of calories you're taking in? Like, she could see a Debbie snack and be like, judging by the corners of how much cake is in here, I'm gonna say 120.
Percentages from fat I should be having. You have to make the decisions for yourself.
Yeah, the 500-pound woman believes that she knows exactly how many calories are in something just by looking.
You know, the thing is there really wasn't a diet like given to us or to me. I'm waiting for the food.
Bro, if you can't identify what you're eating, that should tell you that you shouldn't be eating it. What is this? Like, look at the amount of grease that's literally just soaking up at the bottom. Is that supposed to be a beef patty? I don't think beef patties are supposed to be this thick.
I need to get something in me, and I feel like I'm dropping all my sugar. There's really only so many.
Penny even claims she didn't get a diet plan and now claims she needs food right this second, otherwise her blood sugar will drop too low, which are both common and poor excuses. But her next one takes the cake for the second worst excuse on the show.
I cannot function without wontons. They're not the best thing.
I don't think you could function at all. By the way, let me just say this again. I have nothing against fat people. Shout out to all my big people. Proud of you for at least trying to attempt to lose weight. You got this. Genuinely speaking, I don't think roasting is the way to go in terms of like making people lose their weight. I just gotta clarify this because I know we've been making a lot of jokes. Just as gaining weight is an addiction, just like gooning is an addiction, I hope you solve your addiction and you become healthier.
For me, Dr. is out and it's gonna be like, why is she eating that? But I can eat all of this by myself and it wouldn't be as detrimental to me as not eating.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong because I'm not a doctor.
Penny's claim that she can't function without wontons, as if it's her morning coffee or some sort of magic food, places her...
I don't think wontons has any sort of ingredients that makes it the most amazing food. I don't think the nutrients in wontons are something that all health experts are gonna recommend to everybody. Yo, oh, you're sick? You got a fever? Here, take a wonton. You just love that food.
The second on our list, and is definitely one of the most delusional. However, I've saved the best till last, as Shanae's excuse is by far and away the worst, if you can even call it an excuse, as she believes her faith will save her from her monstrous weight. Shanae Murray Hawkins is not only one of the biggest failures ever on my 600-pound life, but one of the most delusional and just awful patients to see Dr. Now. Before she even met with the doctor, we get to see how she lives her everyday life. And much like most of the other stars, Shanae is barely able to do anything. She's helped by her husband, Freddie, who cleans and waits on her hand.
Hold on, yo, I thought this was my 600-pound life. I don't know what he cleaned, but yo, out of context, this looks crazy. Like, if I didn't know what show we was on, I would assume I'm watching some sort of crazy category right now.
But allowing Shanae to essentially rot in bed for 90% of the day. When she does go out though, it's to the grocery store, and she can barely make it out the door before needing a break from walking.
Don't drop me.
I ain't gonna drop you. You know how strong I am.
Oh, my back. Going out to get groceries is very hard. I can't drive by myself. Okay, help me. And it's very frustrating that I have to depend on someone else.
Don't worry, bro. That makes the two of us.
Let me sit down real quick. I can't even walk.
I've noticed with every big person, all of them have a cliffhanger type booty.
5 feet without getting short of breath.
Seeing as Shanae calls it frustrating, she needs to be looked after, and how she can barely fit into the car, you'd think she'd be making every effort to change her life. But when we see her shopping haul, it's easy to see her delusion coming into play and Freddie's enabler mindset.
We need some sugar. I need it. I can't eat spaghetti without sugar. I wanted some chocolate milk, but how about we just go ahead and get the strawberry?
I feel very conflicted from some of the stuff we pick out sometimes from the store. They really are the worst foods for us. Anything that she desires, she gets it.
Usually when we say that in a relationship, we kind of mean in terms of like doing them favors. Maybe like fill up their gas tank, you know, maybe like clean the house every now and then, maybe like cook the food. When people say, oh, whatever she wants, she gets it, they're not referring to everything on the goddamn shelf, bro. We're talking about clothes. We're talking about like doing nice things for your girl. We're not talking about clearing up the food aisle.
If I don't get her what she wants, she'll be pissed off and like she'll get really mad. So just get it for her because I'm afraid to tell her no.
And despite getting this full load of shopping, she can't even wait to get it home and start eating, choosing to go and get some jumbo shrimp on the way home. Now all of this is to show you the mentality that Shanae is in. She's so addicted to food and being treated like a baby by her husband, it's made her feel like she can't do anything for herself. And when she starts on her weight loss journey with Dr. Now, it becomes even more apparent. Shanae first weighs in at 665 pounds, and the doctor gives her strict instructions.
So I need you to start a 1,200 calorie a day diet.
Okay.
We are going to eat only 3 times a day, no snacking in between. And you're gonna have only protein, no carb, okay?
So meat and vegetables, basically.
Shanae agrees to this, but we quickly see she isn't really taking this seriously. As in the next scene, Freddie brings her a big breakfast of 3 sausage patties, scrambled egg, and I'm not actually sure what that other item is, but it looks like some sort of chicken sandwich. But despite that, it's easy to see that this meal does not fit into her 1,200 calorie diet, and we soon hear one of the first excuses she employs. As we fast forward to her second weigh-in, we see instead of losing 30 pounds like she was supposed to, she went the other way and actually gained 30 pounds, which leads to this embarrassing excuse.
You're at 693, and that is a 28-pound weight gain.
Yeah.
So you want to explain to me how this happened?
I have a lot of fluid in my legs.
Can you try?
We blaming the weight on where it's going. Oh, doctor, it's just like all the water's not coming out of my reproductive organs, bro. For some reason, it just takes a different trail and then the water just goes to my legs. Oh my goodness. drugs. And even if that's the case, what did you drink? You drunk up a whole goddamn pool, bruh.
Something else, because I heard that one 1,000 times. Fluid is not adding to your weight gain.
Her time on the show went pretty much the exact same way throughout, with her really not putting much effort into her weight loss journey at all, and talking about how she is trying, but we never really see that. This leads up to one of the most ridiculous excuses ever, as Shanae claims God will help her lose weight when the time is right, in a heated phone call with Dr. Now.
Oh, tired, doctor, tired. I just literally got into my apartment yesterday, so I'm not gonna be able to make it today to my doctor's appointment, but I did reschedule.
No. You were supposed to lose 30 pounds by today. So I think this is just another excuse because you know you have been overeating again. And you probably haven't lost any weight.
Yeah, I probably haven't lost weight. Yes, you're right. But I just literally got into this place. I haven't had time to start eating healthy. I haven't had time to do anything.
There is no excuse for you eating as much as you do.
I don't eat that much, but I do have water gain. And you tried to say, no, that is not fluid, but it is.
It's a doctor. How are you gonna refute a doctor? Like, where did you get your information from? Because I highly doubt you visited other doctors and they told you this BS.
Yes, I know my body. I've been in this body for 28 years.
Shanae, you've been in that body for 28 years, but I've been practicing medicine for twice that amount of time. Your weight is not a result of water.
After Dr. Now shut down that barrage of excuses, Shanae follows up with the sucker punch of delusion.
What does that have to do with this discussion? What I'm telling you is not a matter of faith. It's a matter of medicine and science and physiology.
And I understand that, but do you believe in God?
This is medicine.
Well, I believe in God, and I believe that God is gonna take me as far as He want me to.
There's nothing wrong with her saying that, but you gotta also realize, yes, it's good to have faith, but if there's no action behind that faith, God is only gonna get you so far. You gotta do your 50% as well.
Put me on this earth. If He wants me to have this surgery, He will. And if He doesn't, I won't. It's in His time.
That's such a painful way of thinking. Yeah, I'm not where I want in life. I'm a bum, but yeah, that was God's intention. So, you know, I'm not trying to correct what God already had wrote for me. Like, you can't use God as a pity party. No one's gonna look at you and be like, oh my goodness, yeah, like, look, at least she's faithful.
When this is gonna happen.
God isn't going to just remove the consequence of your bad behavior.
I don't have a bad behavior.
Okay.
I just asked you, do you believe in God?
Shanae, what you're saying is a bad delusional state.
Bad delusional state? Really? This is not no bad delusional state. This is not no psychologic eval, anything like that. I asked you, did you believe in God? And I don't want to have someone work on me that I cannot trust, because this is my life.
Okay, this is your life and you're not handling it very well.
Shanae's embarrassing rant pretty much draws a close to her time on the show.
That's such a painful way of thinking, bro. I feel so bad for her, man. You're not gonna get surgery because of someone's religious affiliation, even if they could be 100% talented. That's just so idiotic.
And honestly, I doubt Dr. Now is too upset, as she actually ended up blocking his number to stop him from contacting her. Surprisingly, Shanae's outburst isn't even the worst to appear on My 600 Pound Life. And if you want to see more outbursts like Lee pushing Dr. Now and Shanae...
Anyways, YouTube, shout out to everyone that is big, that, you know, is making a conscious effort to try to eat healthier. I'm proud of you. Your work is being noticed. Stop coming up with dumb excuses. At the end of the day, yes, you could be big. Just make sure you're healthy, bro. I think that's the main thing, because it's no rocket science to know that the heavier you get, the more complications you're gonna have with your health, which in return gonna do you worse in the long run. All right. Anyways, YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. Road to 900K. Make sure you guys catch us on Twitch. All that good stuff, man. Marks are for life. Love y'all. And peace.